What's up, everybody? It's time for Squid School. Just scooting my webcam over a little bit and turning it a little bit so that I can actually get over here around my TV. Accidental song change. Hi there, Devi. Hi there, Jamie. Hi, Hecka, with the blue font that is, as always, difficult to read. I don't know if it's blue on Twitch. It's coming through blue on Restream Chat, and that's a really terrible color for Restream Chat to choose if that's the way that works. How's it going, Yawshi? Glad you were able to make it. For those who are not in that time zone, I believe it is like 6 a.m. for Yawshi right now. They are up bright and early for this, so definitely appreciate them being here. I'm alive! Barely! I'm a zombie! Yeah. So Yawshi, if you would like, you are welcome to join the Discord call in Bravest Community, in the Discord server there. So just jump into waiting room, and we will drag you up, and you'll be able to join us if you would like. And if not, that's totally fine. I would just like to note to everybody, it is 2:22:22, and so I made my Rainmaker power that. So allow me to just T-pose on you for a little bit with that on screen. All right. We are going to get rid of that link. There we go. How did you do that, though? A magician never reveals his secrets. So, as we typically do, we're going to get started with some League. The VOD reviewee is always welcome, and there's a spot available for them. I think there might actually be an extra spot available for them this time around, because I still don't have any word from Avery yet. So we might be able to sneak a couple more people in here than usual. So everyone say hi to Cassie the Cart Cat. Cassie the Cart Cat is guarding our password for us. And I will send the password over to Yawshi in case Yawshi would like to join. All right. Everyone has had their chance to, pay respects to the Cart Cat, to give virtual head scritches and whatnot. Okay, good. Permission to enter granted. Okay. Yawshi is now here with us in the VC. They have to add me over the Switch, so it'll take them just a second, but they should be here shortly. And here's Devi. Given that Yawshi is a backliner, we might be having Devi play midline or support or something like that. Odds of having an actual good map duo for leagues. Zones, Albacore, and Mecca. That's not bad. I'm not going to complain about that in the slightest. Cat, correct. Also, hello to Gooms and Lucas and Smidge. And call me cool. Call me cool. 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 We'll add Yawshi here. Oh, please tell me I'm not out of friends. Okay, I think it would deny me sooner if I were out of friends. And we've got to add Ashik as well, because for some reason that never happened. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that'll happen. So we're oh wait, I can probably just join in on Devi here. Thank you once more for your service, Cassie. There we go. All right, so we should be getting Yawshi in here soon. Devi, feel free to join the Discord server, the Discord VC. And Jamie's here. Jamie, feel free to jump in as well if you would like. That way we'll have a squad. Okay. So Devi is advocating that we actually run a double backline comp, since this is what Yawshi ended up having to play with in the VOD that they submitted. So I think that makes some sense. So frontline, please help. Can do support too, it's not impossible. Let's have you play, you know, what you're comfortable with, or, you know, what you were running during the VOD review. And we'll try and play around what else Devi is going to be doing. And we'll see how well that goes. Do we have Jamie, or if we need, we can make the lobby open here to others. But I did see Jamie post in the chat, so I'm assuming he's available. If not, please let us know. Ah, Devi opting for the mini instead. Okay. Devi, if you're saying things, I'm not hearing you. Yeah, that might be a problem. Of course, yeah. Devi's mic is not plugged in. Figures. Oh, and you know what else isn't working as usual? I don't have the restream chat on for some reason.
Are we good now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I keep forgetting to plug it in. I was saying things though. I was like, I can opt for mini, I can opt for not. They aren't my strong suit, but I know there's going to be a moment in time in the future where that's probably what I'm going to be doing for a league session, so never hurts to use them.
Okay, there we go. So, I don't know what you're saying, Vazpaid, but welcome. I'm not getting any response from Jamie here. Is there anybody else who would like to hop in? We can get you the password. Just let us know. Actually, you know what?
Twin.
We're gonna leak. There's your password. First come, first served. What is the preferred method to chat now, or does it not matter? Now that we're in Restream, you mean? You are able to have your messages shown to us on screen with either Twitch or YouTube. Messages that I send will be sent to both chats. But even if you're only sending the chats on one platform, in that chat window that you're seeing scroll on the lower right, it will show everybody's. So we just need one person here and we can get going. Also, feel free to join us in the voice chat of the Bravest Community server. Again, hop into waiting room. There's that. Okay, looks like we're getting Gooms in here. So should just be a second. Icon of the platform used. Yeah, it is a really nice feature. And with the subscription we've got, you can use up to... I need to add Annie as well. She's very pog and cool. I was in a stream lobby earlier, and she recognized me from the YouTube videos, and we had a nice chat about that. It's actually a very well-made meme. It's like exactly what she looks like. Squid School Professor Gem, hi. Hi, Tao. Good to see you. All right, so we didn't need Cassie the Cart Cat here to hide the password this time, since it's already public. So just here, have this cat that's inside. I'm not sure if it's a bread machine or a rice cooker, but either way, it's cute. We'll just hang out with our little buddy here for a little while. Excited squid student. Don't cook the cat. Don't worry, I don't think he would fit. I know cats are liquid, but I think there's just too much cat in there for the lid to go down. There's just not enough squish. Can we confirm it's a rice cooker? I don't speak the language that is written on the front, so I can't actually tell you exactly what we're looking at. There we go, Gooms has made it in. All right, zones, that's gonna be a K-shot from me.
Yawshi says it's a rice cooker.
Rice cooker, awesome. Oh, is it written in Chinese? That would make so much sense.
Gooms is in VC, by the way.
It's in Japanese. Okay. Never mind.
Drag Gooms up.
Hi, Gooms.
Yay.
All right. So you can you don't feel obligated, Gooms, to speak on the mic. You can just be here to listen if you'd like. But it's helpful to have you in here so that if we call something out, you will still hear it. All right, so double missile, inkjet, and armor is what we're working with right now.
Tabs being weird. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go.
How's your day been, Gem? I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit sleepy. Had a meeting earlier in the morning than I was expecting, so I didn't get quite as much rest as I wanted to, but I am doing a-okay.
I'm like, I can't get both chats open on YouTube and Twitch, so I'm just gonna do the alternative and just stick my tablet in the corner with the YouTube one open. Just
Sounds good. How's yours been, Glowstick? What is going on? We do not have a timer. I think we might be experiencing a communication error.
What a way to start.
All right.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, if nobody were playing, it would just time out, right? But that was altogether different. Yeah, Nintendo Online, no problems whatsoever. I have zero problems with the company as a whole. They are perfect, and we should all give them all of our money. That's the conclusion that I've come to in life. School's pretty easy today. Cool. It's nice to have a little bit of a break. It's just Splatoon being normal. Yeah, it's Splatoon being Splatoon. These things happen. To be fair, it is a much cheaper service than like Xbox Live is.
Such a cheaper service.
So like, there's a little bit of you get what you pay for, but also like they could very efficiently be running it with much better infrastructure.
Okay, so there's legitimately a problem here. Wait, hold on.
With what?
The timer just went on and disappeared for like another 10 seconds. I'm like, oh no. And then we actually found a team. And I'm like, okay.
Hi, Estonia Nordic. Estonia Nordic. So are you like... Because those are two different places.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we've got a GooTuber and 3 Nzaps that are feeding it armor. This is odd, but not terrible either. Okay, nice. Oh, there are 2 in front of me. Where did that one on the left go? Are we getting flanked? No, we're not.
There we were, but it ran into me.
Cool, okay. So I didn't see any trail on left, but I was like, they've been waiting there for a while. Force one out on his own.
Right.
I'm getting pushed from left. 2 on left, 2 on left, 1 on the stacks, and 1
here.
left
I'm
close.
I got 1.
Okay, nice. Alright. See if we can get... Yeah, Devi's got some pressure on the left, so let's try and push the zone here.
This might be a bad jump.
Goop is... I didn't get him.
Missling. All 4 in mid, 1 going far right, 3 on our left stack.
Yeah, just chill out for a second. I fed.
1.
Oh, nice, nice. It's 3v3, and now it'll be 4v3
nice.
once I'm in. Cool.
Last one's left
last
here
one's
by
their
me.
street. Left street.
By me, right?
I hit him once. I'm not leading my shots, though. Got him.
GooTuber again on right.
Missiling. 1 flanking right, 1 flanking right. I got him.
Okay, I'm on the left in their street. 1 in the freezer, 2 freezer, 1 snipe. Oh.
Got 1.
Chasing me. 1 left side. Gonna missile.
2 on me on right.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna drag them over here and
right.
try and waste their time. I'm down.
1 just came over the rail.
1 right stack.
2 actually.
Those are different.
Oh,
places.
by me, by me. I have to. Nice. Freezer. And that's game.
So I'm assuming you're like
visitor.
either an Estonian person living in Norway or a Norwegian person living in Estonia.
I didn't even realize Chucky came in.
One or the other. Nordic countries. Oh, so Nordic, right, Nordic is those 3 and not just Norway. But Norwegian, Nordic, what's the difference? Right. Upsets all of Europe. Where can I find tournaments to join? That is a great question. Let me get you... I'm going to give you a link to a Discord server that gives you a lot more resources than just that. But it is by far the most efficient way for me to send you all of the different Discord servers that you might want to join. Because, like, I don't know about the rest of you, but I always have all of my Discord servers filled. Like, I've got so many different ones that I'm in, and there's a limit of 100. You can only be in up to 100. So going here, you can just pick and choose the ones that you want to join.
Heck,
oh yeah, this is a Stream Snipe squad. Highly recommend Inkademy. Highly recommend Inkling Performance Labs. And if you're looking for teams, the free agent server is gold for you. Dapple Productions also probably a good one to follow. Endgame TV I would have recommended, except that they're mostly shut down now, as far as I know.
I also recommend just checking out, literally just searching Splatoon on Battlefy.
Yeah, Battlefy is the primary. Battlefy is the primary platform people use. So if you just search there, you'll find a lot of them. Okay, got the squiff.
Nice.
You should be able to get zone.
I got 1. Hi, Hecka. I have missiles.
I'm just gonna missile this guy. Oh. I was about to call him out, and then it was too late. Squiff is watching me. I'm cut off from y'all. I'm gonna jump.
I'm getting their attention.
I'm gonna jump out. I cannot promise the safety of that jump.
First on me with a friend. Careful, Gem. There's two.
They're bubbling.
Yep.
I lived somehow.
Second bubble got me.
We're wiped. So paint up and let's make our way out carefully. Don't drop down carelessly right now. I have missiles. Okay, they're bomb rushing.
Oh, I shouldn't have jumped to that. I thought this was this way to get out. It was not this way to get out.
Got two. Pushing zone.
You're the only one pushing zone. I'll try and come to you.
I can probably at least neutralize. I think I've got it. Yeah, we got
I got you.
One behind us. Doolies.
Swift on
You got me?
Snipe. I got Swift. Something to note with these guys is that they're distracting us in our spawn. Try not to fall to it. This is one of those maps where you can play complete reversal mode with any weapon you play. Ow.
Okay, missiling the one who's pushing our spawn. On right, I'm down.
Yeah, we're down. I need to work with you more. We're wiped. Which...
We've got a little bit of time. Make sure to build specials as much as you can. Don't go too close to them until it's time for us to go.
What?
Alright. We've got to go now.
Yeah.
Don't have time.
I should have told you to come with me, right, Gem? We had a clear double, but then I realized you did not follow. And I didn't say anything, and I'm like, I said it to myself.
Yeah, we'd gone right the last 2 or 3 times in a row. So
well, no, here's the thing.
I figured they were expecting it.
When they were, but at the same time they weren't, because they actually were distracted by Yawshi. I had the off angle on the right, and I tried to go for it, but apparently missed one shot because I landed 2 shots in a burst, and I guess that didn't do enough. But there was a pretty clear double there.
Estonia, yes, that is exactly me. So, like, the YouTube channel that we're also streaming this on is the exact YouTube channel that those videos are on. Sabotaging Squid School, let's go. They're not sabotaging it, they're just playing. They're playing the video game. I try to join the call on my phone since my computer's not working. So if you could let me back in, that would be nice. Yeah, sure thing, I got you. Lobby snipe. Yeah, Hecka was there. X-Ray is someone we know. Was Delta in there too?
No, it was Devil.
Devil. Both of those are players from Acropora, which is a Div 4 team currently. Div 3? I forget. They probably should be Div 3.
Pretty sure 4. Otherwise, they would not be able to play low ink.
Hi, Gooms.
Okay,
That works. Angela, hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
In fact, so loud and clear, I'm going to turn you down.
Yeah, that might be helpful.
I might as well test mine as well.
Hey, there you are.
Guess I can pause the stream now so I don't get feedback.
Good to meet you, Yawshi.
Hi. I'm just gonna stay quiet
Yeah, that's
all
fine.
the time because my family's still sleeping.
Right. Understandable. I wouldn't want to be woken up by someone yelling about Splatoon at 6 in the morning either.
Jeez, we're getting a lot of international VOD reviews because I know future one upcoming is Scottish, so.
Oh, cool. Those videos carried me to X rank. You carried you to X rank, Estonia Nordic.
Okay, I'm gonna come with you right, Gem, if you're going right.
I didn't go right.
Well, I'm gonna paint the right and hopefully get missiles.
I'm on right though.
Okay,
Let me know if anyone's further behind right. But they should all just be painting on left,
There's
probably.
no one here. They're all left. I'm half the missiles.
Yeah, all of them are on left.
Yeah, I'm most of the way to missiles. I'll be launching them as soon as I get them.
Okay, you
And
launch
then I'm gonna
first,
push
I'll
in.
Tiger.
One
Gonna
flanking
over
left
here and
street.
charge armor a bit.
Missile
Okay.
them.
I'm also...
Just get zone, just get zone.
I almost have armor. I almost
Cool.
have armor.
There we go.
They popped theirs. I'm gonna back up a little bit. They
Into-
caught me.
Oh boy. Ah! Tried to jump out.
Jumping into Devi.
Yep, you're good.
I'm gonna push
Okay,
in from
jump
their
to the left.
snipe.
I might die here. Yep.
Oh boy, this is not the position you
Got
want to be in.
two. And
Nice, Gem.
should have
Uh,
some.
Okay,
One
thank you,
right.
Gem.
Yeah,
They're coming from
watch
right.
your
Traded
yeah,
one, and the
right.
other one's there. Weak. They're backing up to the
Um,
bridge. Collapse on them, Devi, if you can.
I see them.
Trying.
They got around to the other side. Inkjet.
Got
They
it.
jetted me.
I got it.
Nice.
Oh,
However, they
Elite
have missiles on me and Yawshi. I'm going over
Elite
right.
They popped armor. They're gonna get zone. Just back up and play safe. Wait for the missiles to run out, then I'll arm or I'll missile.
You wanna missile? first?
Missiling zone now. There's one on zone.
Yeah, there's
behind me.
one flanking,
Ah.
one flanking left and two right. Oh hi.
Yawshi,
Okay. Nice pick. Watch out from behind. Snipe.
yeah, someone's on snipe.
They
I see
dropped
them.
over. They're on gooms.
Yep.
And one in our
okay.
street. It's the H3.
Yep.
I'm just gonna ignore them.
They're using jet.
Yeah, Jet is down. They're gonna
I
booyah
can't
and
clip that.
push from our snipe.
They're still behind and I'm stuck. I'm alive
Yep.
somehow.
Oh my goodness, they're still here. They're still here.
Yeah,
Jumping
don't worry
out.
about it. That's a distraction.
Yeah,
if you need
we can just like figure out a way to run by them and ignore them.
I
and
got
then
one on the right.
It's a
There's someone else coming out on their side right.
yeah.
They're-
I see it. They're right behind the.
Oh.
Oh, they snuck by me there.
They did.
We got 'em.
Good
That's
job.
two down. Let's get zone.
I'm gonna.
The one on
okay,
down
watch
there,
your
right.
snipe. Watch your snipe. They just flanked.
One dropped on
They
mid.
flanked.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is a crummy spot.
Armored.
We are gonna need to get zone pretty soon here.
I missiled 3 on zone.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
They
go in and
pushed
follow
back
that
left.
up.
Got one.
We need cap. Missiled 3. One on
trying
top
to
of
get
zone.
There we go.
Debbie, watch behind.
Yeah.
Being missiled.
I'm in a horrible
Inkjet
spot
incoming.
right
Again, not again, not again, not again.
now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we don't need to contest zone just yet. We have a penalty. Just back up and don't die.
Yeah. Just gonna run around base a bit and charge armor.
They popped armor. I'm gonna go in from our snipe instead.
One's on the left by me.
One of them's pressuring me.
Okay, I almost have missiles. I have
I'm
missiles.
down to H3 on zone.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
there are 2 on zone, 1 right, 1 far left.
okay, once we're all up, I'll pop armor.
We need to go. We need to go. Just rush zone right away.
Well,
Okay.
No
that's I made it somehow.
Got it, I'm going in on la.
I think I'm gonna keep the range. I believe.
Yawshi, while everyone's sleeping. Right! Push right! Push right!
Okay, this is me in the morning on a tournament when my family's still sleeping on a weekend.
Yeah. That is actually you. I've been on calls with you during tournaments. You do get loud.
Okay,
S
I've
plus 2.
literally gotten noise complaints sometimes from the basement while my parents are on the top floor when I'm playing Splatoon.
Oh my goodness.
One
And
dead.
with 3 doors separating as well. So I really don't know how I can be so loud when I...
It's not even
And
a
when
lot
I
more you
get a-
can do at that point except
Yeah,
Be
when
quieter.
I get a noise complaint, I know.
So because I have kind of a grasp on how Yawshi kind of plays, I'm going to be more midline-ish. So
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna work around here. Midline is potentially distraction on other side. It's what I shoot for on these maps, which I know I can do.
All of the backliners in the audience right now, this is going to be an interesting, case study for you. Devi is a believer, unlike a lot of people, in the double backline comp. Double backline, a lot of the time when people see it, they're like, oh, this is terrible, we can't push in. But Devi has different opinions about it, and she's going to try and showcase that today as well. She'll be talking about it on the VOD review with Yawshi, because Yawshi in solo queue ends up on a double backline comp. Nothing you can do about it in that situation. Hey, Nintendo, for Splatoon 3, please let us pick our weapons while we're in the lobby with the other players so we can see each other's weapons. Thank you.
Please.
But Devi is going to be able to kind of show us how we can work around that situation and actually try and make it work for us. Got one with a bomb.
Julie on me.
Okay, they're going to be
something
pushing
also
into zone.
to note is that the team that finished second place in low ink this weekend ran double backline
Dynamo's on me.
comps.
Yeah, gosh.
There's one on Spatling's hiding right, Jim. Oh,
I
Julie
cannot
just
believe
came
I
right
won
over.
that. Okay.
I'm dead.
Okay. Torpedo got. I think the Dapples just got 3 of us.
Dapple's in our street.
It's not gonna go that way.
Street is clear for now. Someone's watching me from right.
Yep.
Okay, we're 2 down. I'm going to jump back. All right.
Apple's still there.
There's one on left stacks. There's one like in our base. So rather than
yeah,
trying
the
to
Apple's
contest
still
that,
there.
let's try and like push in from right.
All right.
Half of zone here. Gem's
Yeah.
down.
Push in from right.
I did
Goes
already.
Through the middle.
Yeah,
my
you went in alone. They also booyah'd at the same time. I traded.
We're still oh my god.
Don't focus
Alright,
it.
we
don't
need to
focus
go.
It, don't focus it. Gooms,
Popping
we need you
armor.
with Gem.
Popping armor.
I'm trying to run away.
I'm
Behind.
contested. Ah. Thought I was at. Booyah bomb would I'm always just barely about to be safe from Booyah bomb and it gets me. Like, I feel like that happens a lot more than it should to me.
It's a matter of painting your feet quickly, and also a matter of prediction. Watching specials at the top of the screen will let you know when one of them has popped a
That's
special.
not the issue. I always underestimate how much it will expand. That's
Gotcha.
the issue that I have with it.
My deal is, I see it coming anywhere near me. I'm just figuring out where it's going to land, and I'm running away from it, as far as I possibly can. So one of the things we're going to have to do, especially you and I, Gooms, with this comp, is we're going to need to work together, and we're going to need to be ready to, be all of the aggression that the team needs. Because it's really hard for Splatling to just walk at someone. As soon as they run out of charge, they can just get run down that way. So we need to be the ones providing the forward pressure. And they can lock in behind us, and they can give us a lot of support when we push in. But we'll have to be going in together here and, coordinating our specials and things. Part of that is also that if there's someone in our base, we're getting a lot of pressure around behind us and things like that. Don't go that way. Just don't even, try to contest them. Go a way that lets you get out towards the objective.
Okay. So I'm gonna play aggressive NSAP. Got it.
Yeah, just
To an extent, yeah. Obviously, it's still farm for special. Oh, one rushing me right.
two left. Got one.
Good job getting in there, Gooms. You don't have to
On the
chase
right.
that, but
Behind you,
I was
Goops.
just trying to get them away.
no, yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah, this isn't
You
a
did
great
exactly
spot.
what we needed you to. You can jump out if you need.
That
Right there.
Yeah, that's a situation where I'm immediately thinking jump out just because of numbers. Got 2. I'm down.
Yeah.
Raining 2 on zone.
Actually, maybe I should. That was
Okay, okay.
Basic jump. Why did I jump?
That's
Might be
okay,
coming
it's
around
okay.
left to you, Debbie. I don't know.
Yeah, bucket.
Oh,
I traded.
it's a jump in freezer.
There's 2 on left, right on the wall of left stack.
Got 1.
One's coming in from the right. Don't get pinched.
Yeah, I see it. I'm gonna back up.
Okay, now they're on the wall of left stack. but
They're rushing me
down.
left close. Get zone,
hold
get
on.
zone.
Paint zone. We can paint
I'm
zone.
coming. I'm coming.
Got one.
Debbie, you're
got
getting
two.
flanked left. I got him.
There, that's 3 down. Paint zone. Move forward. Luck out.
Yeah.
Are you guys playing Squid Game?
No.
Yes, we are.
What
no,
a
'cause
shock!
Okay.
That's a completely different show. What are you talking about?
True. Very true.
Yeah, I think that was a good time to pop armor with the massive counter push.
Yeah, definitely a good time to pop armor. Okay, one above on the right. Here, I'm gonna put this here for you.
One left street.
Yeah, I'm coming with you left, Gem.
I'm
Help.
pushing them.
I got it.
Nice.
Julie's on
Bucket
me.
above you. Bucket above
Yeah,
you.
I see it.
I'll push it back a little.
Okay, I'm getting back to zone so we can
Yeah,
paint.
you go.
Shoot.
You go. I'm gonna keep
On our
pushing.
stacks, on our stack. It's just you and me, Debbie. That's one of them.
I'm down to the berm. You know what I
I
mean.
should have had him.
He's right there. at base.
Okay, so yeah, there's 2
Yeah,
really
the glue guys are
aggressive
just being annoying in our base.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Did they drop? They dropped. They made a mistake.
We're one down.
Yeah, I got it back.
Don't worry, they're not the only one making mistakes.
Okay.
And that's pre-firing right there. Love to see it.
Oh,
They're 2
will
down.
help
I'm
with
gonna
that.
missile and go in.
Armoring as well.
Oh,
They're jumping into mid.
he took that.
Almost got.
Got one.
Behind. I don't know.
Thank you, Debbie.
Bucket's really weak in freezer, but they got one with him.
Paint zone. Got bucket. Well, someone else did.
Somehow
Top right.
got someone with a
One
bomb.
dropping right. Hit him twice. Got him.
There's another one.
Missling.
Got
Good
them.
pick, good pick.
I traded.
Oh.
That was a really good trade. That helps us maintain zone.
One's on me left bucket. I hit him once.
Gem, I'm coming to you.
That's a really
I got
unsafe jump.
bucket.
Jump to someone further back.
Oh shoot! I didn't even see that one.
Got one.
Nice. This one in freezer, Gem.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and
They're
force...
popping armor.
They're out on zone now.
I'm running.
2 of them.
Ah.
I'm so dead.
Oh yeah, they're pushing Yawshi.
Ah.
Lugas are on me.
Ooh.
Anyone
Watch out for
nearby me to
missiles.
put a bomb on melons here? Yeah.
Or I could get shot. That works too.
Okay.
Got 2. One more on me. Missling zone. Try and cap here. One rushing me from right.
I got
Thank
them.
you. Great cover there.
Whoa.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Buckets left. They're sniped.
Shit. So it's
One by left pillow. They popped armor. Watch for a push.
got one.
Missling them as they come
really
in.
close to dead. 2 pushing me. I'm gonna die in 1 hit.
Got the bomb rusher.
2 right.
Just
Got
Nice.
another.
One more.
2 in freezer.
Nice. That's 2.
I'm down to bomb.
I got a lead.
Just keep zone.
Nice.
Just keep zone.
Okay, got one.
10 ticks.
yeah. Okay, we got it. We got it.
Accidentally popped Booyah. Accidentally popped this way because I thought I had gone down.
Nice
Yeah.
job. Nice job. That was some really good support you were giving me there, Gooms. There were a lot of situations where like I'd go down, but you'd trade back, or like you were joining in a fight at the same time that I did from a good off angle. Like all of that's really good.
See, the strategy that I tried that game was just don't go away from Jeff, and it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
there you go.
The way I think about it, like as a support tactic, is you those retractable dog leashes. You put one on your frontliner and pretend you're hanging on to it.
I'm on a baby leash.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, my thought process is just, okay, Jem is a better player than I am. All I'm probably going to end up doing is supporting him, so I should just do that as best as I can.
I mean, I'm an even better player because you were supporting me. So
Facts.
that's something that when I get someone who's like complaining about their solo queue teammates, what I tell them is, okay, look, they may be bad. This is just something that might happen. However, if you work with them, they can't shoot you they can't like interfere with you unless you're like a Splatling and they're standing right in front of you, right? So if you still work with them, it will still, no matter how bad they are, be better than if you were on your own.
Oh no! Tense and rapid.
That means they're going to be a little bit slow to push. Rapids in scary spot, but flanking the rapid. Rapid's on right. I'm getting pushed on right as well. We could probably steer zone.
I am surprised that hit.
Not
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
We're 3 down.
Yeah.
So careful there, Yawshi. Try not to give too much away of your information about you.
There's a rapid on the left, Gem.
Charge
I don't
special.
know if you want to come out this way with me.
I'm gonna missile the rapid and then
hit
rush
him
in
once.
left.
Nice.
Got him.
I'm coming with you, basically.
Ballpoint's gonna get me. They were already there.
I got it.
Nice
but
pick.
there's
Nice
one other
pick. There's one
here.
more in front. Just get
Okay,
zone
follow.
first. Get zone first.
Okay, so there's one in our base. Whoever's in our base,
Sorry.
jump to left.
10th
You're-
zone.
You're safe for the. Okay, I'm just gonna do this.
They're probably
the one.
something.
I don't
And
see
down.
anyone in base. I think they might have dropped street or something. I have missiles ready to
I'm
go. Oh.
Oh.
They have a beacon on the right, under glass. They're gonna come in that way a lot.
We need to start pushing
I
in.
got tents.
Got ballpoint. Rapid dropped left. They're in like street. They're gonna take stack or something. They jumped.
They
Watch out for
jumped.
this.
They jumped right. They jumped right.
Yep, that was where the beacon was.
Gotcha.
We got it.
Okay. Tent in left street pushing to zone. Ballpoint their snipe.
10 went right. I got him with fall off.
Cool. I'm gonna push in from their freezer.
Ballpoint's on the left. On their snipe.
Oh, well, this was a poor decision. I don't know why I popped
What
missiles
got
there.
you? Oh,
And zap right. They're flanking right, flanking right, flanking right.
I got it. I
Nice
got it.
pick, nice pick.
What? Rapid coming on left stack.
Yeah, I
I
gotta.
need a bit of
get a
help.
different
They
spot
moved
here.
back. They're not actually going all the way.
Oh,
They bubbled.
Yeah,
Here's
rapid
armor.
got me.
she's scared.
Got one, got two.
Nice.
Go away.
Fall point weak around there.
Two there. I'm pushing it.
Oh dear. Tent,
They both jumped.
Tent,
Jumped. They
tent was on the
jumped.
rail. Tent in freezer. Might
Yep.
come up to me. Yeah, I think they're on this wall. Oh, I got baited into.
Rapid is their snipe.
Yeah.
Two right stack. One
That
in
was a
freezer,
very
one
bad
split back.
Uh,
Oh, zone 2 now.
I'm out of here.
Tent got me.
Oh, there's a blaster on you, Yawshi.
Yeah,
I
I'm out
can't
here.
trying to. Blaster's got my number now. Yep.
Ballpoint's gonna be watching me from stacks. I'm gonna try and draw their attention right. There's
Yeah,
two.
you do have a
Careful,
Oh,
careful,
so
go.
I shouldn't-
Run away, run
Oh,
away.
you guys are very stuck in a corner. Be careful.
I traded it.
Blaster was on camping the left. I hit him once.
Yeah.
Careful,
I
don't
see
push
them.
in just yet. I'm almost
him
there.
3 times.
Okay, specials.
3 on
I
the
almost have armor.
back. Okay, I got.
I'm
I got
popping
both.
mine.
Rapid's doing a funny on me. Watch out for baller on zone.
We need cap. We need cap.
It's just
Yeah,
you.
too late.
That's game.
Whee. I'm sad that when I switch to the double backline, we don't get albacore. And now watch, I'm gonna swap back, and it's going to be albacore. For the final game.
That
Nald's
is
McDowell.
always how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the Ballpoint's name until just now.
Oh.
Speaking of burgers.
What does anything we said have to do with burgers?
I think Jamie said that he's eating a burger.
We had a homemade burger, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't looking at chat.
Jamie just loves sharing the food that he's got and making everybody else hungry.
I have a nice cap.
We've got a question from David Richards. Could 2 chargers work in the double back line? I feel
If
like
they're-
it's probably not exclusive to like one weapon class or another? What do you think, Devi?
It's not ideal, but if they're solid and like they have a lot of experience with that weapon, they can do it. But if say it's like not your top weapon and stuff like that, and they don't know how to really work around each other, like one goes traditional, like the way for double backline to work is one goes traditional, one doesn't. And if they both go traditional, it's not gonna work. So it varies for the experience.
Also, I just
What's going
realized
on?
we were saying that when Debbie switches back, it's gonna be albacore. And
Yep.
look at what happened.
Yep. I knew it.
Debbie switched to a very short-range weapon, and we have albacore. I'm jumping.
Careful,
out.
Gooms. You want to get out of there.
Yeah, I was a bit too slow to realize that.
Hello, friend.
Yeah, that right there is the power of conversation
I just had to there.
for distracting you from the enemy team. Traded the junior. We're 2 down still. We shouldn't go in yet.
Splatling's on our right.
All right. Gooms is in on the flank.
Okay, that was bad.
Yawshi is down.
But whatever, we'll work with it. Except we
jeez.
won't.
Okay, I've got missiles
Oh,
ready.
no.
Just gonna make sure that there's nobody here. Okay.
There's a Splatling.
I'm gonna try and go in through mid. I am down. Good hammer
Oh, that
throw.
was a
We still need zone.
I couldn't make it in time.
Mhm.
I tried just running past the person pressuring me to get zone, but
Alright, so I'm gonna mark this up my checklist. Hammer, throw, snipe, a bubbler. Check.
But generally what's happening there is just, we had like 2 opportunities probably to push in while they were scoring, but because we staggered, neither of those opportunities went well, and we ended up losing more. So the idea is that we need to take safer positions and paint for specials, so that when we do actually decide to push in, when we are all there together, we can use the specials to get in, first of all, and secondly, we actually have the numbers to push in. What are you teaching today? Today we are talking about Yawshi's Ballpoint. Yeah, whatever. We're going to be talking about positioning for where you can have the most impact.
Yeah, I feel like I need work about that. On that.
I mean, in the VOD that you gave, like I said, the situation that you had with it ended. What the?
mean team.
It ended up being even on both sides, but having the double back really makes you think about a lot more for positioning than what you normally are comfy with.
One on right side zone, got him. That's 2 down. Hit him
That was
once.
quick.
Nice, good job, good job. One more. They're jumping in left.
Alright, I'm just sitting.
Yeah, that
Very
was
good
pretty
fight.
One's
yeah,
coming in on
yeah.
Way to
right.
keep trading back. I
All right.
got one on left, I guess.
Watch
One of them
their
DC'd.
snipe. Oh,
I got it.
They're just filtering in one by one.
yeah. I'm gonna go take the right side. I don't want them to get in on the right side.
Good shooting.
I think one's coming in on
Pushing
mid,
their
maybe.
snipe. Hit him twice.
They're going to right.
There we go. Nice. Another one coming in this way. Got them.
Oh no, I'm not making that mistake again after last week. I was about to head back to zone.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit here. I think I'm
Got
good.
one. One above. On glass, on glass. Nice.
I'm
All right,
so
cool.
bad
Yeah, we
somehow.
got it.
Bomb.
Whee!
Should have done that in last one.
Yeah, they have a DC, but we still played it better than they did. Like once they lost zone on the first fight, they just kept moving forward one by one. They did not ever make an effort to group up. So
Yeah,
every
their
single
power
fight that we
was,
took, because
super
Gooms is
high.
following me, was just a 2v1, and we won that every time, even when I didn't hit my shots.
And if I didn't hit
tossed
my
the bomb
shots
in your
either.
general direction.
It's like, there was definitely a fight there, Gooms, where I missed every single shot I fired, but it didn't matter because you hit yours. And, like, that's the beauty of the 2v1. Only one of you has to play it well. If they're shooting at the one who's playing it badly, that doesn't matter. They just have to get away and keep them firing at them. And then the other person just has to line up their shots, and they can take however long they want to do that. So.
There's another word for that. It's called a human shield.
Yep. Whoever the player is
Shield.
firing at is now skirmishing. They are now the meat shield. They are now the distraction. And the other player is now the slayer. Doesn't matter what weapon they're using. Could be an explo for all I know. But that's their job at that point.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go flank the E-leader immediately, so...
Okay. Sounds fun.
Thank you. Can't deal with them.
There's 3 on left, including E-leader and their snipe. One coming up on left. It's the aerospray, LOL, bad weapon, but the E-leader got me.
E-leader knows I'm here. They turned around. Their backs turned.
You might need to jump out of there. Oh, if you believe, Devi.
That was bad question.
If you believe, then I believe. I'm gonna try pressure so that Devi's hammer works.
Mini got
No.
me.
There's 3 behind their right stack.
Uh,
Oh.
that one wasn't behind it.
Did they come up it?
They were behind
when I
me.
said it? Oh.
Armoring.
E-leader left stack.
I did not armor fast enough to be safe from the PG. RG. There's no PG.
Having problems
Come
figuring
on.
out where to go.
Yeah, we're
Quality you're
staggered.
unseen.
We're staggered is the problem.
Yeah.
So you're not getting enough paint control.
Somehow
Nice,
got-
nice.
Leader left.
Aerospray's down. Good job. E-leader down. One in our street. Focus zone first. Missling the remaining 2. Good job. And now I'm going to push right stack. E-leader top left.
Pros it.
One their freezer. I'm forcing them out. Or on me. Got him.
Either got me.
We're 2 down.
Baller in zone.
All right, Devi got 1.
I'm jumping out.
Drawing attention in mid. E-leader's watching me. Now watching Devi. I tried to jump over the shot. That's a bad play. We're 2 down.
Not there.
Thought I was gonna
The
get
leader.
Okay, get zone if we can. Nice.
I got
Nice.
Okay, they're gonna come from in front.
Jumping to Yawshi.
it. Alright. One on right.
One dropped on me.
I got sniped.
I'm down. They're ballering
Where's
from
that?
their street.
Got the mini.
It's just you, Gooms.
Yep. I.
All right. Don't die. Get your special.
Leader's watching me. Leader's watching me.
Are you going in?
No, I can't. Leader's watching me.
All right. Missling 2 on right. Gonna go in and try and help Devi.
Flank on base. It's the aerospray.
Nice.
Okay, mini got me.
Leader from left.
Ciao.
One from our freezer, maybe our street. Yeah. Aerospray is ballering.
Got one. There's one behind me.
Aerospray on zone.
What? Okay.
I'm gonna get
Good
out
enough,
painted
yeah.
if we. Okay, I'm probably dead if I stay.
I'm done. That's game.
Yeah.
Okay, just gonna be completely 100% honest. I think my gameplay that game sucked.
That's all right.
Brutally
Just-
honest there.
Just think about the takeaways, but don't worry too much about, you know, subjective ideas like, oh, I did bad. Don't think about the quality of it. Just think about, okay, what do I learn from that? What could I have done better?
The first step to improving is acknowledging that you made a mistake. Also, I'm equipping a sub-quick super jump now.
Yeah, sub-quick super jump is really important.
Yeah, 'cause
for every
the
single
build
weapon.
that I had didn't have any because I
Yeah.
forgot to equip it.
3 basic defensive abilities is bomb defense, ink res, and quick super jump.
Kidding me.
That's not the right window, silly.
All right, object.
Should be
Okay,
this one.
object shredder it is.
All right. So today we are talking about Yawshi's Ballpoint Splatling. This is a game of tower
Very
control
helpful.
on the Reef, which I know from looking at the screen and not from being able to read this language.
And share screen in Discord.
Yes,
I was
that
just
is a
gonna
thing
say.
that I should do. Thank you for reminding me. This might be a little bit off center, actually. Yeah.
Should I
okay, hold on.
leave?
This is
We're done
offset.
with League for now, and it's going to be talking about Yawshi's stuff. So, you could probably leave, or if you wanted to just like mute or something, that would work too.
All right, I'll mute that.
This is a rank. I'm bad at the game.
False.
This is a rank. war.
Nobody is good or bad. They just are.
There's a lot of
Eric.
good points in this, to be honest with you.
Mhm. All right, now we've got it actually lined up, and so now I'm going to do a projection for Discord so that they can see what I'm saying in real time instead of having to watch the stream, and we should be good to go. All right. All right, so tower control on the Reef, pretty good competitive map mode. Lots of tournaments run it. It's the sort of thing you'll see. And since we have Yawshi on the Ballpoint, what's going to happen is we're going to want to be playing around bridge. So bridge, obviously being the only bridge on the map, I think. Even if you don't know the callouts, that one's probably pretty self-explanatory. So now the way that this map is going to work is on the rollout, you're not going to be able to get to bridge safely right away. If you just walk up there, the first frontliner into mid is just gonna take a 1v1 against you and probably win, because you want to vision on them until you're up over the edge of it. That's one of the things that makes bridge a scary place to be. It's that, yes, it's in a good elevated position above the rest of the map, but because of the way that it curves, it goes up until it gets to the middle and then goes down once it gets past the middle. You have a hard time seeing other people where they are until you're at the top of the bridge in the middle. And at that point, if you've gotten that far, something like a tri-slosher is close enough to hit you. So people will intuitively realize they probably shouldn't be there right away, and you kind of have to fight for it. You kind of have to work with like your midliners and your frontliners. Sending your frontliners over on the right side to flank is a really good idea, or if they can't get a right side flank off, going back onto the bridge to the left side to flank, and maybe going back and forth and trying to figure out where they have an opening. That's kind of how like an aggressive frontliner is going to play. You're going to need someone watching the left side for you to watch out for their frontliners flanking you. So there's a lot that, especially a coordinated team setting that's going to go on this map to enable you to get into that power position. In solo, you don't quite have access to those same resources where you can tell people where to go. So you kind of just have to take your opportunities when they present themselves. But we'll talk about where to be positioning in the meantime. And I've got Devi on. For those who don't know, Devi, competitive level Hydra player, plays on a Div 3 team, the Grillers, was a teammate with me for a good long time. So I'm going to be deferring to her judgment on a lot of these positioning calls, specifically because she has played a long-range Splatling for most of her competitive career and will know these better than I do.
Also, you mentioned the focus at the very start here. Given this situation, it's actually completely different.
Right, with a double backline comp, you don't have a midliner to guard left or to aggress bridge or anything like we were saying. So what would you have them do, if this is, a team that can actually coordinate this, Devi?
Okay, so we're coming into solo queue and you got two double backlines. You did pop map open a couple times here, and one thing I noted on the Splat Charger on the other team is that it's running Respawn Punisher and Splat Bomb favored. So to me, that tells me that they're pretty confident that they're going to try to take for some pretty interesting angles that you're not going to expect to punish you, hence Respawn Punisher. and they are prioritizing splat bombs, so they're not afraid of close combat. So that was one thing I noticed off the bat here. So you were saying how bridge would be the first priority. Without a double backline, yes. In this case, no. You were talking about positioning for aggressive frontline. That right side's actually where you're going to get the beneficial good start opening. Because right now with the 2 chargers watching bridge, they actually have more zoning power over bridge than what your comp does, just because you don't have that one-shot kill. Your fellow E-leader does, and I imagine they're going to be playing pretty traditional here, from what I've seen. You did only really run into them a couple times, but I think they played behind you a lot. But in all honesty, in the opening for this general comp is neither left or middle, it's actually right, because as you're going over right, you are able to get fall off over the bridge, because that's probably where the try is going to go, and the junior, and your roller's also trying to go bridge. So as you go right, you're able to charge up and get your arc over the right, and do actually that flank and get into the street position, because you don't really have a general midline. You kind of have the zap there, but because you have an E-leader, within the first 30 seconds of the game, you should know kind of how they play, whether they're playing traditionally or if they're taking some positions you wouldn't normally expect, to figure out how you're going to play. So if they're playing traditional, you have to go and kind of be more of a midliner and be non-traditional and take in like other paths in that you wouldn't normally take out of your comfort zone. And with against 2 chargers, you're able to get around the laser and not be a wide open target on that bridge, like, because your roller and your zap have more mobility to dodge that. For you, you're more up and you have a bigger hitbox, so it's definitely tougher to dodge, because I know whenever I'm up there for sure with 2 E-leaders, I have that squeezing feeling in my gut, I'm gonna get sniped, and I do not like that. So I try to take as much cover as possible and take a different side. With an E-leader, you can't take left, but if this was just a splat charger, left would be a good opening as well. But I know E-leaders that they can cover left like amazingly. So right side is actually the better option in this given scenario.
So talking about how to roll out on right side, would you say that they go through here? Let me actually pull up a map so that we can talk about positions for people who may not know the call outs. That's convenient. It's already on the reef. So, so my thinking is you're probably saying that they roll out in this direction and take this spot, or maybe peek around the corner if they notice that there's somebody with range watching from here.
I'm trying to look here. That's too far. No, you want to actually just roll out beside the ramp. Like, you see how the tower path goes down right there?
So here?
Yeah, you're basically following that, and as you're charging, you can still walk sideways as you shoot. So
they're just peeking ramp then.
Yeah, you're not even peeking, but you're literally just going around sideways. Like, you're just like, you can charge up there and wait a second just to process like who's coming up bridge, but then once you let go of your fire, you just kind of keep walking sideways while getting your fall off.
By sideways, do you mean
to the right? You keep going here.
Okay, so like where, what position, Devi? Like, you can use callouts with me, and I can draw those.
Okay.
What position do you want them to take here?
Literally the flank. Like, eventually, they're going to get to the flank, so they're starting lamp.
So they're just gonna run straight through their tree.
They're going straight that direction, because now they have cover on the left, on the right sneaky ramp, and then they can start charging again beside the wall, and then they have free reign over their street. And this exact situation comes up actually later in this VOD that I was going to point out, that what their splat charger actually does is something that you could have done at the beginning, and it does come up later in the VOD.
So Debbie is saying you come to this position, charge here, and then you use that charge to get yourself safely over in this direction, come back here, charge here, and now you have an aggressive angle that you can use on people over here, and you want to kind of react to what your team is doing. Your E-leader is maybe in a position something like this, or something like this, or something like this, where they have line of sight in this direction. And so now you're creating sort of a pincer from these two directions with your fellow backliner to catch them out or force them to retreat further away from the objective, allowing your team to push it.
Mm-hmm. This way you have the crossfire scenario. When you play a double backline, you always want to make that cross with your line of fire because you both have long range. And if you can just get that middle point with both of your angles, what's the enemy team going to do?
Mm-hmm. That is, you know, the biggest answer to a backliner is breaking line of sight. Because as a result of them being long range, there's more of a likelihood that there is something in between them and you. So if I am standing on bridge here and I'm a splatter shot, well, I cover basically everything that I can see in this direction. I can hit anything anywhere in this radius. But if I am an E-leader and I'm standing here, well, I can hit about this angle here and this angle here. I can't hit anybody over here at all because I don't have fall-off shots. Anybody who's behind the block is perfectly safe and is in a better position than me because they are pretty close to me and they could just do this and attack me from their range. Whereas with, you know, a splatter shot, I don't care that someone's back here because that's max range for me. And if they push into range, I can still hit them. It's already a disadvantage of the weapon, so I don't really care that someone's in line of sight there. But so there are a lot of reasons why keeping cover as a frontliner is really important. And with the double backline, in order to counter that, you're taking away their ability to use cover because you're hitting them from two different directions. So what's cover in one direction from one backliner isn't cover from the other backliner.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm. And because you are more mobile and have a better fire rate, basically, because you have the rapid fire and you have the snipe mode and the, I call it junior mode because it fires like a junior.
Mm-hmm. It's like a mini. I think it's really close to a mini because the mini is really random too.
It is, but it's not. It's got more RNG. It's got, that's why I call it junior mode. But anywho, like it paints better, and you got the short range right in front of you just to hit these shots. So you're better equipped if someone does come rushing at you. You also have the toxic mist to slow them down, which is also another point I made in little notes I took. Is on your sub.
Yeah, I don't find much opportunities you use mine.
There's actually plenty that do come up in this VOD, so
okay.
I did point them out. Like even at this opening, as soon as you get towards bridge, which you're going to, put that toxic mist on the other side. It scares them. It backs them up. They don't want to be in it. Mm-hmm. Toxic mist, if they get stuck in it, their ink goes down. They don't want to be in it. They get trapped. And if your roller right here can jump on that when they get trapped.
Or the E-leader. It's a very easy shot for an E-leader to hit if they can't move.
Mm-hmm. And it's a huge help. Like it's really annoying when it hits. It's even very useful for this mode in general because it actually slows the tower.
Yes.
But yes, it slows the tower. It gives them just like no resources on the tower. But yeah, there's plenty of times to use mist here, and I know I pointed out a couple fights in the notes I took. But yeah, like first things first, you find where the objective is, the primary entryway, put your mist there. So in this case, it's going to be the backside of bridge.
For clarification, Devi, are you saying that it slows down the person who's riding the tower, or that the tower itself, the objective points, tick down slower when they're going through Toxic Mist?
I'm pretty sure the movement of the tower also slows.
Interesting. That's something I didn't know. I'll have to go and mess with that and see what that looks like. But here we go. So something that I note at this point, so you paint this area and you check the map, which is great. But then we're basically doing exactly the same thing we just did with the previous charge. We're painting over the same area. We already know that there aren't opponents there because they didn't do anything about it the first time. You know, if there was someone here on the bridge, they would have moved, they would have shot at you, they would have retreated or something. So the first time you paint it, you know, that's some zoning pressure. But now you've got a frontliner who's at the very edge of your paint here, who's pushing forward past it. This second sweep isn't painting anything new, isn't giving any new zoning control, and isn't supporting your teammate very much either. So you're not really having an impact with that second use of the charge. This is a pattern that you tend to see, you know, well into even competitive play, which is I'm just going to paint because I don't know what I should be doing right this second. And typically when people are painting like that, they're not thinking, I am going to paint. Like, I am going to put down as much turf as possible and get special, or I am going to make sure that my teammate has some ink at their feet. Usually it's like, I'm going to paint a little here. Okay, is there something I can do now? I'm going to paint a little here now. And they get a lot less paint that way. They also tend to put themselves, like, overcommit themselves to the painting, so that when there is actually time for them to do something, it takes a little longer for them to respond to that. So in a situation like this, I would say either try to paint for special a little bit more, or like paint a common flank route or something, or try and collect more information, or, you know, move to a position where you have more impact. But don't stay in the same place and paint the same thing for very long, unless it's like zones or something. Try and figure out, okay, is there a better place I could be? Is there a better place I could paint? Is there a better thing I could do? So we do move up here. We take a more advanced position. Now, this is a really scary one. We just saw the charger actually paint your feet from this location. So you do back up from there, but that's something where I think we see that charger laser before. No, we don't. But knowing that there are two chargers, you know, exposed positions like this, like Devi was saying, tend to be pretty scary. And this is an E-liter. So it's going to be able to hit from places where you're like, wait, it can hit that? Oh, that sucks. So I would be worried about a position like this. If there's a charger like on the wall over here, they can probably hit over the top of bridge to hit this. And as you can see, an E-liter from here can hit this. A charger up on the wall over here can hit this. So I like the idea that, like, okay, my teammate went for it. I want to, you know, work with them and help them. But from this angle with, you know, two chargers watching you, it's very risky. And the fact that that shot misses is more lucky than not.
Yeah.
So a second thing that I would like to see, besides, like, don't do the same thing for too long from the same position, is I want to see you rotating further. Like, you're up here. If someone knows that you're up here and then you move to this box, that doesn't really change how someone from bridge or something is going to try and play around you, or someone from coming from left. That doesn't change how they're going to play around you. But if you were to move around to lamp, now that you've established, hey, I'm over here, you've shot at me, you know I'm here. If you move over to the right, now they have to look at you from a different angle. And that might be a better spot to, I mean, you can snag people over the bridge like Devi was saying, but it's also just a place where they're not expecting you to be anymore. Okay, and you do end up moving up here. However, at this point, now that you saw someone dropping there, you come over here. At this point, this player is down to a short-ranged weapon. For all you know, if you peek your head out to the right here, there is a tri-slosher with Ninja Squid just sitting on the ground waiting for you. In this situation, you want to be backing up, if anything, because they could also be like inside of you right now. You know, they could have swam through and already be near here or something like that. So what you can do here, if you think they're going to rush and you don't have a lot of time, is you could swim around the block and use this to right side peek them. So you can stand right here. But walking out like this, especially firing those shots, whenever you fire your shots around a blind corner and there's someone on the other side, they know you're coming, and they know roughly when you're coming too. So they have a really good sharking opportunity there. So you've given away your position at this point, and a Tri-Slosh easily could have gotten that pick if they'd been in that position. They end up not going for it, at least until later. I think it was the junior, ultimately.
I have a take on this.
Yeah, it's a junior.
What do you think,
I have a
Debbie?
take on this. I actually like the way that Yawshi was going. Just throw Toxic Mist first. It
Okay.
also reveals them if it hits.
Toxic Mist first, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Toxic
and
Mist,
if
like
they-
any like, sorry to cut you off. Like any AoE ability, you know, it's gonna move around corners, like back behind the corner, around to your left. So like even if
That's right.
you can't hit it, like if you from right about here throw a Toxic Mist in front of you and someone's sharking to the left of this wall, it will still catch them. And then I'm assuming what Devi is saying is now when you walk around with like your mini shots or your junior shots, they're frozen in place and you can basically take the engagement like you're a frontliner.
Well, I'm pretty sure Yawshi knows that the person is literally right underneath their reticle right now because I saw them swim there. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the
I saw that.
mist would have let them do
Right
that.
here, yeah, you do see them.
Yeah. And Yashi's trying to get it. It's just the shots missed and they backed up around the corner. But yeah, if you put Toxic Mist there, you know where they are and you could actually probably re-engage that fight and win. Because now they're slowed down and stuck. You have the quicker fire and movement to get them. But if it wasn't like it's not the Tri-Slosher, so that's why I'm saying you can re-engage this fight. If it was the Tri-Slosher, I'd say keep going the way you were going, because that you are making yourself you're giving yourself an escape. You're going on a different, just like keeping your distance. But yeah, just primary thing here is miss them. That way you can 100% see them and you trap them in the corner.
The safe way to play it if you don't know which weapon it is probably to peek the corner and then like maybe pre-fire this angle. So if they do run at you, they run right into your shots, and maybe you aim a little bit to the left of them to paint their feet so they have no escape route. That's another way to handle it if you're playing, a different backliner that doesn't have Toxic Mist or a bomb in particular. Like if you're playing the other Ballpoint, you don't have that option, and more people do play the other Ballpoint, which is another thing we can talk about. But so in the event that you don't have access to the Toxic Mist, the way you probably want to play this is to kind of paint their escape route and then turn the laser on, like err on the side of painting their escape route. Obviously, if you can laser them right away, go for it. But err on the side of hitting to the left of them so they can't get away, and they're forced to come straight at you into your line of fire because otherwise they don't have anywhere else they can go. They have to like paint their feet first. I still think from that position in particular, walking at them here, I don't think that gives you any extra advantages because they can still just back up down the ramp and be out of your range. So moving to the right doesn't let you get a better angle on them or anything. So probably better to just keep your distance because you have the range advantage over this weapon, and make it so that they can't be hitting you if they just start firing, even if they are standing still. But I do agree with the retreat here. At that point, you've realized, okay, that this is not a good engagement anymore. Let's just get someplace safe. What do you think about dropping down here, Devi? We do see that the junior is painting this area, so maybe he's trying to cut off that angle. What do you think?
It's interesting because you got paint behind you. That scares me. This insinuates that there is a potential pinch happening, especially when you.
Oh, you mean
have
green
the
paint behind you?
The
Yeah, I
green-
was going to
the
say
green
there is
paint-
absolutely no paint behind, but yeah.
Yeah,
so
no, the green paint
the
behind.
green paint back here.
And
What
as
was
you
the
can
charger
see,
shot from earlier?
as you can see, that
Oh, okay.
line doesn't exist before, and then it's just like, okay, like it just like something's there. It's just like you can tell because just literally from what the paint has just dropped. So
I think it's actually a
wouldn't say
different
that's not-
player that goes for him, but I still agree in principle. Even if this was the charger that just fired this shot, it could be that someone's swimming up through it after the shot has been fired.
Yeah.
In this case, it's actually someone completely different. Like this, there's a charger over here that fires this shot, and then it's someone from like left street that ends up firing at you from here.
Yeah, even
But-
then, having the back turned to the flank when you don't have it painted is scary. So I think just staying on the downstairs platform would have been safer, because then you would be able to like take a second after this person retreated to check.
And
what's
downstairs,
actually
by
in
the way, isn't a like universal call out. That's
Yeah, I
just
know.
kind of one that we use is on the grillers. So when we say downstairs, we're referring to the platform that Yawshi dropped down from to get here. Let's talk about inkjet, because that is one area of expertise that I do have. So inkjet, number one, most important thing to understand about it, it is not a panic special. It is something that's, it takes a pretty long time for you to be able to even fire a shot when you initiate it. And so the safest way to use inkjet is to use it from underneath cover and then fire a shot when you get over the top of that cover. Because the time that you spend elevating will all be next to cover, and so you'll be protected the entire way that you're vulnerable. And then at the top of that arc, you know, as you rise all the way up, then you can start firing shots. What I do like is that you put it, I don't think you're perfectly behind the cover, but you do put it on the other side of this box here. So that does cut off a lot of angles from being able to punish you. It is still a fairly exposed position you were in the first place, but it's at least, you know, as far behind cover as you had access to at the time. The other thing about inkjet, though, is that in order for you to consider it a successful one, you generally want to be aiming to get a splat within the first 2 shots. Ideally the first shot, but if you get one decent shot and then you have to finish it off with an indirect, that's usually fine too. Because if you launch an inkjet and don't have a target in mind right away that you know you can hit and have your aim set for, everyone's just going to run away from it and they're going to be able to wait it out. Or if you know, go in too hard for a kill, something like a charger, or it's really annoying against like CDS or rapid blasters, weapons that do have the range to actually hit you up there. Against weapons like those, a lot of the time they can start moving in on you now that they know where you're at and you haven't cleared anybody else out around them. So the issue I would say that's biggest with this inkjet is not so much the going up from behind cover part. You got that down decently well. It's that you didn't have your aim set right away as soon as you launched. So try and focus on, as you rise, kind of treat it like it's a dualies roll. With the dualies, when you roll, you're spending the time that you can't shoot while you're actually somersaulting, getting your reticle in the place that it already needs to be, because you know where that opponent is, and if you get the reticle there in the meantime before you can fire a shot, all you have to do is press the ZR button when you actually can fire a shot. So you don't want to be like wiggling your aim around as you rise or anything like that. You want to have it already set so that, see, you're aiming here. You know that there's someone on the left-hand side. So start snapping your aim as you're rising towards the left. And then when you actually get the ability to fire a shot, that first shot is actually going to be on target. Because this one, you have to turn too much, it misses, they move too much, and they're able to just kind of sneak away from you here. Another thing to consider is that when you go up against strong players, especially players with range, after 2 or 3 shots, those ranged weapons are going to be looking for you. And so just staying in kid form up here, remember kid form is a bigger target than squid form. So if you go into squid form, you're actually harder to shoot out of the sky. And it also causes you to drop, which makes you a lot harder to hit. The charger has to kind of aim their shot downward, and you can also probably find cover. You probably could have gone squid form right here, ducked down below the wall, and made this charger miss entirely, even if they had their shots on target. Otherwise, not bad.
Hit that inkjet. It's just your fellow NZAP player saved your life.
I saw the armor and I just went for it.
Yeah, one thing I noted is that the player you were initially shooting at had escaped. They dropped and escaped. I think you could have kept your focus on the charger, because I'm pretty sure you knew that there was 2 there in the corner. Like,
you scared a junior away. What's the junior going to do to you? They're way too far down. They don't have range. They don't have, like, a bomb that's easy to land over there. And they, even if they were trying to, like, launch it over the top, very low percentile play. So focus on the player that's the active threat to you. when you're playing the inkjet. If there is like one of those rapid blasters or CDSs or chargers that has started to take an aggressive position, they are now your priority regardless of who you were aiming at in the first place. Because if you keep yourself alive by getting rid of that player, then you're getting more value than if you trade with the one player that you were going for and their teammate gets you back. Ooh, that is... okay. So this is a risky play for a couple of reasons. One, they splat faster than you, so any situation where you're challenging the charger here is a gamble. Secondly, you're left side peeking them. I guess they're left side peeking you back, so it's kind of even in that respect, but you could have an advantage. Do you know what I mean when I say right side and left side peeking?
Yeah.
So if you peek around the right-hand side here, you probably have more cover. And it's like anyone who's rushing you from bridge, they're going to see you here either way. So you might as well just use this cover in this engagement since it's not helping you all at all in one that's coming from this way.
This is now the exact moment that I was going to point out at how like the opening could have played out for you. What this charger is doing is something that you could have done as a mobile backline at the start of the game. The charger's in a nice position here to do that. So I was just going to point out like what this charger is doing right now is something that could have been attempted at the start of the game from you, and that way again you do the crossfire and it would open. So this charger's now trying to do that with you because I don't know if you can see it, but I'm pretty sure you can see that E-liter's light through the tower, the purple tower light. I don't know how to explain that, but anywho, I'm pretty sure there are E-liters on their lamp still and can work with this.
Could someone check Babs's auto mod there? It sounds like something was censored that probably shouldn't have been. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep going here. Sorry, I didn't cut anything off you were gonna say, Devi, did I?
No, that's okay. I just didn't know how to really explain this location, but I'm pretty sure that the E-liter was by lamp where this other charger was trying to aggress on this left side here.
Something else I would also like to point out in this situation. So your charger is now down, and now your NZAP is down. At this point, with 2 down versus them being 4 up, especially with the objective in neutral, they're poised to make a really good push here. The charger could ray you out. The front line could rush you from here. You already know that there's someone over here who's threatening, and so any other angle is now dangerous, and you only have a carbon roller protecting you from the entire rest of the enemy team. This is probably a position where I would just cut and run. Like, I don't need to fight this charger because the tower is more likely to go to the right side of the map than it is go to the left side of the map. I should just go and play the right side of the map where I will have an impact on the game rather than taking a 1v1 that's just removing me from play and putting my teammate in a 1v3 to try and defend the tower.
I made this exact same note.
Okay.
Because after the first few shots were missed, there's no point in fighting this charger anymore. You can definitely be in a more impactful spot.
Something that comes with experience in all of the map modes, but especially the very directional modes like Rainmaker or Tower Control, is recognizing with the state of the game where it is, what is the most important part of the map to control right now? Because when you're pushing, it is very important to control left tree. This is one of the most important positions to have because this is where the first checkpoint is, and this is where they can stop your push dead before you ever make any progress. But if they're going to your first checkpoint, that's clear on the other end of the map, and you need completely different positions to take to have an impact on that. And so part of the reason that checking whether your teammates are down and things like that, and who has specials, and generally what advantages you have, like I talk about in the S Plus video, part of the advantage of knowing that advantage state, who has it, is knowing which direction the objective is likely to start pushing and where on the map you need to now start focusing on.
There was a note again that I made in that freeze frame that right here. again, with the 2 down situation, bridge is the #1 most contested area. You had your back turned to it in a 2 down situation. As you were still trying to focus on this charger, again, once those first few shots are missed, turn back around and you can use literally the walls for cover, because I'm pretty sure the charger has moved away at this point. I think I saw it move after that fight, and it does come back to bite you here, is that you stay looking at that corner for too long, and then as soon as you turn back to bridge, you're getting popped. We're not too sure where the other ones could have been, like where your 2 teammates actually went down. I definitely missed it myself, but for all we know, your back could have been turned and a tri-slosher could have been right there. So we just keeping mind, and again, it's a big awareness thing too as a backline. That's always a hard thing as well, like the 2 down and where to focus. But having the back turned to bridge is always something you want to try to avoid. You always want to try to keep at least a little bit of a corner of it in your peripheral vision, or your opening map really quick if you do not know what's on there, because you can get rushed really easy from someone just taking bridge on this map.
Also, just as basically any weapon, the approach here, like walking straight down the center of bridge, this doesn't give you a lot of cover if someone does come up and meet you here. Also, like I talked about with the slope of the bridge, your range advantage doesn't matter as much. So yeah, it does end up being the charger that gets you, but by the time you're able to get shots on bridge, the tri-slosher is in range. The tri-slosher would be like up here to this line, and they can start hitting you with shots at that point. So you don't really have an advantage until you can get onto the bridge and hold people away from it. Trying to go up the bridge, that's a disadvantage state, I would say. And you're approaching that disadvantage state without cover, without right side peek advantage, when you're down numbers. So that's, you know, something where experience will start the alarm bells ringing in your head when you get into a position like that.
And Toxic Mist, that would have been a very key opportunity. Like before you actually peek the slope, throw Toxic Mist. You will know if someone's there. Then you know whether it's actually safe to approach it, or if you need to get to a better point, like a better angle.
Okay.
So we go down to the charger. Charger starts flanking into our street, and looks like someone's able to pick them for doing that, which is awesome. And so the objective is going to reset to the left. Knowing that their team just went 2 down and your team is 4 up, I would anticipate that we're going to start pushing the tower to the left. And so we want to start taking power positions to protect this first checkpoint. The first thought, you know, would be bridge. But again, you know, we've talked about they have double backline. Their E-leader is still up, and we don't know where they're at right now. So that could be a risky play. What you might do instead is walk over to the left-hand side and try and secure from back here. Maybe you, once your frontliners push the tower over to you on the left, you hop on the tower and start riding it, and you can use the pole for protection. There are a lot of different ideas here. What do you think, if they're going to push first checkpoint here, Devi, where would you want to go?
I'd say left here. I'd take cover behind the column block there.
So this orange block you can see in front of you that's kind of a part of the wall here, that's what we mean when we say column.
Yeah, no, when it's going to first checkpoint and you don't know where the E-leader is, I'd take cover behind that block, and if you know it's still on lamp, then it's a tougher position to take. I mean, you can still fire behind the tower, like you can actually go down to the bottom of the left ramp and use your fire from behind the
Bottom
tower.
of the left ramp. Do you mean
Like,
sneaky?
Yeah, and sneaky there. You
Okay,
actually don't stand
'cause,
on top of it. You go
so
down
like
on the
let me
ground.
get the plan thing out so we can talk about positions here, because this is getting difficult to draw. So Devi's saying you take this position or take this position.
Yes, because now when tower goes over, like you can see the path it crosses like behind tree there. By the time the tower hits that corner, you're able to actually use the tower for your own protection. So you can actually right side peek from behind the tower right there at whatever's coming in front on the left-hand side. Rather than left side peeking on the column block. And you're actually protected from chargers there. You just have to keep an eye if there's anyone to your left, to the upper left. In this case, I don't think there was. But I know the charger took it a couple times, but in this scenario, I don't think there was. But this way, you're in an impactful position. You can help clear what's in front. If the E-leader is in front and no one's really taking an off angle, you can maybe try being annoying on bridge, or at this point in time, going all the way around is useless. So right now, the optimal point is being behind the tower or actually being the tower rider yourself, depending on where your E-leader is.
In this case, their E-leader is dead.
Yes. Yeah. So you would be either tower rider or trying to clear the path from behind it. But just because we don't know where this other laser is on their team, using the tower for your own protection is the optimal way to go.
Yeah. I'm glad that I theorized that the same way Devi does.
Yes, you're catching on to my shenanigans.
So
But
at
you
this
should have
point, I will say, with someone going down that quickly and with so few resources used on the other team's part, I wouldn't expect this fight to go well anyway. Now, because of the positioning here, you're kind of following around behind the tower. I think what you're thinking here is, I want to get to the tower, and you're trying to like get to the objective as quickly as you can. And so you're thinking, okay, the straightest line is if I go down this way. Whereas what you really want to be doing is thinking about, how do I protect them from getting to the tower? So where is the place that I can put the best perimeter in front of the tower, which is going to go this way? How do I enforce that zone, that little arc of space that I've drawn there? That's what you're really trying to think. And so if the tower is here and you're here, you maybe control this much space in front of it, and you don't really control it that well because you're at long range. Whereas if the tower is here and you're here, you control, all of this space. And so they can't come in from the left very easily. Once it gets around onto this side, they can't come in from in front very easily. So you're actually protecting it harder from the left-hand side, even though that's not the straightest line to get to it.
Okay.
Also, I've noticed at this point in the time, like, because you're not near the tower and you're trying to look for a place to protect tower at this point, map check. That's a primary spot, like, where no one's really around you. You can actually take a second or two to figure out how the enemy team's moving in towards the tower, because at this point in time, you're already at a play. Because by the time you get somewhere, something's probably already going to happen. So this way, you can kind of pre-predict, I guess. This is where you want to be. So, like, try to read their minds. It's a backline. With being like that far out of play, I find like when I catch myself out of play, I'll take like at least a good second or two just to process how they're moving in and which like where they're painting, because usually you can see their painters painting up a clear path into an aggressive area. You can position yourself to where either those paths are going to meet that you can defend, or if you find that your team ends up having the advantage, where's your team going to go? Because you can see how they're painting forward as well. So it's just finding which way to actually go. And in this scenario, because you're one down, just looking in the map, after your teammate goes down, you're at a play, you should be able to see where all the paint's going down at this point, and then you can adapt to it and get yourself in a prime position already set up for when they try to push, and then you just basically ambush them.
So from here, we've got a tri-slosher against your teammate, and your teammate has no friendly ink behind them. I expect this teammate is already dead, and there's nothing I can do about it. But you are actually able to get a few shots that are almost on target, and you almost get sniped for it. I feel like maybe if you respond quicker to this, you might be able to save them by painting their feet. Like, if the Tri-Slosher's shots are true, this player should just go down. But you might have been able to paint their escape away or something at most. Going for this pick is really dangerous because you're, again, in this exposed position where it is a power position, except that you're, once again, outnumbered and they have chargers. So we're lucky we get away with that there. Charger doesn't hit their shot, but you're staggered really badly. Remember, your E-leader, yeah, they're up, but they were the first one who went down in that last fight, so they're spawning in behind you. You are the last person who's in play, and hey, there's a bomb right behind you. Wonder who that could be.
Yeah.
So this is a really good play that you do now that you're in that bad situation to get yourself out. You're doing a great job of painting your feet and, you know, basically playing junior to escape here. And you cover yourself well. Now this is a really good fight to take because you have all of this paint in front of you. You have a teammate with you. They're being way too aggressive considering that they don't have pressure from the other side right now. So that's a great pick. That'll slow them down significantly. Here, is there anything we could have done from the... I think...
Mist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think once you get this pick, you are in a spot where you don't have a lot of cover. You're kind of like out in the middle of this corridor. Kind of... this is something that I'm working on a lot myself right now. Think of cover as a magnet. And so, like, it should be constantly... There should constantly be a force in your mind that's telling you, get closer to cover. Get behind this wall. Get into this corner. You know, get someplace where it's harder for them to hit me or see me. Being out in the open is always just a little bit more dangerous, even if, you know, you've got teammates near you or your color ink or something. Because here... Okay, it looks like you were actually starting to move back in this direction. A map check probably would have helped too, so that you can know, oh wait, there's no friendly ink below ramp here. Because remember, this was also someplace you were just running away from the Tri-Slosher, so for all you know, you've lost all control of that area. So you don't know what's behind this corner here. Toxic Mist would, like Devi said, suss this player out, but also just like a map check to see, oh, there's still ink there, I need to be careful. Knowing that there's rain here, it's not the safest place to be right this second. But the inkjet is probably the slowest option you have to kill them at this point. Just getting a very small amount of charge and trying to shoot it at them, probably going to get them more likely than the inkjet is. Yeah, panic inkjets, you know, everybody knows they're bad and we do them anyway, and that's just my existence.
There was a moment of hesitation on where to go before you actually went to the right. But yeah, the mist, in a way, like it covers your blind spot, because if someone goes in it, again, it makes a little sound cue that you can hear them go in it. I think, and you can just see it.
Mm-hmm.
As well as
they also glow like as if they have armor.
Yeah, but you were also and when that triggers as well, again, like even before you were going to the right, it looked like just kind of a hesitation on where to go, and I was just like, oh, okay, you're probably gonna escape backwards. Instead, you just kind of went back to the blind spot into danger, because yeah, you had rain coming one way, and then the Tri-Slosher followed up with its own special on the other side, which I thought was actually a nice play on the Tri-Slosher's part. But you could see the wave in your swimming. It's just like, where do I go? What do I do? The biggest thing would be try to just back up. Because you could have backed up quickly, hopped up on ramp, just away from what was coming up on the right side, and I think you probably could have got out of that situation. But it was a really split second, and it's just kind of I could just see the what do I do in your movement.
Yeah, I could have done that.
Yep.
One other thing I would say is to I like talking about the concept of object permanence. Now, obviously, object permanence is Do you know what that is? First of all, that psychology term.
No.
So when someone's a baby, like 1 year old or something, they haven't figured out yet that if something is out of their sight, that it still exists. And that's why playing peekaboo with a baby is like so shocking and crazy to them. It's like, wait, they ceased to exist, and now they exist again. Oh my god, what is going on? So it's a very silly way of saying remembering where the opponents are. You're being chased by a tri-slosher currently, and you didn't get a great look to see that they're not still coming this way. So in the back of your mind, you know, object permanence. There is still a tri-slosher there, even though I can't see it. And when you get this pick, you know, they were pretty close behind you. They could be here. This is, you know, be a little bit careful.
It's also unfortunate that your E-leader didn't mine either. So
Yeah. That tri-slosher got a lot done there by being able to press the ZR button.
yeah, pretty much.
Now, it's kind of a throw on their part right now that they're not on the tower. The fact that it reset to mid there gave your team all the time it needed to get back in, and now you're actually in a decent position to tag some damage on them. As soon as you start missing and you recognize that you don't have the range to hit the entire tower, they can like back up and be out of your range, I'd probably start moving at this point. This is a very visible line of ink. One of the things to always think about is when you shoot at someone, it gives you away. The other team sees where you're shooting from because they've got this beautiful straight line drawn right to you. And then on a team with chargers, I'm scared of that. And so I fire those shots and start missing. I'm ducking behind this cover right away before I even see the laser pop up.
I don't know how they let you even get like fall off there. Like the 2 shots missed, you got luck on your side. I was sitting here like, how did you survive 2 laser shots? But the fall off you still got off was.
I love how Devi calls them lasers. Like they are not chargers, they are not snipers, they are
No,
laser
it's
beams.
Just lasers.
Laser beams.
They're
Scary.
still death lasers.
Pew 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 pew. That right there actually isn't a terrible place to inkjet from. Obviously, you do still have to worry about the chargers, but you've got this tree that's in their way if you just duck down below. It would, like, if there's someone still on bridge that's still looking out at you, just hold ZL and the tree is appropriate cover for you. And the inkjet will get you up over this wall, so you'll have a safe jumping point back behind you, and you'll have a good angle over the top of the tower. So even if they're using the pillar, your charger can cover one angle, you can put an inkjet shot on the other, and if someone tries to stay on there, they die. So that's an option that you had here. You could also have thrown Toxic Mist on it. There are a lot of different options that can work here. And like just getting on the tower yourself, not a bad one. They probably score like maybe a few more points than if we had killed them like right away, but I think they probably still take lead there, so not a huge deal.
This next moment is actually pretty awesome to me. When I saw this play out.
So this is definitely scary to me right now because, again, out in the open, you know, this angle right here, ranged weapons, any kind of ranged weapons, you know, down to like squeezers, CDS, rapids, whatever, they love to sit on that downstairs platform that we were talking about earlier. And so if I'm pushing up, I always want a little bit of cover right here. I want to have this between them and me. But you've also got someone that you recognize, this is a tri-slosher pushing on the other side of that cover. So I'm scared. And what I probably do here as you know, with my brain is I back all the way up, drop down below the ledge, and then if I'm going to aggress on them, I inkjet up over the wall. So that way I'm dropping back down into a safe crevice. But here, if you direct that, that's a good play. You know, if against like an X-rank level charger, as soon as you hit one shot, they're going to know where it's coming from. They're going to have a charge. They're going to splat you out of that. But that'll, you know, come with time. You do get this pick and your teammate helps you, which is awesome. No idea what happened to the try. Where did they go?
I think
they back
Probably
up in the
went down,
street. And do they go down? They don't go down. I don't know how your teammate gets here. I don't know how they're allowed to go here when the Tri-Slosher's in that position,
I
but...
think the try just ignored everything and went under bridge.
The try went under the bridge.
Oh yeah, the Tri's trying to play the tower because the tower's moving is what's happening here. So the Tri's like, oh, they're distracting me on the right-hand side. I need to go and stop the tower so that we don't lose lead. Which is honestly probably a smart play on their part, but they don't end up doing it in an effective way or with any help. So their team goes 3 down, and now you're able to get the lead back, which is awesome. I did see someone over there on the left. I don't think you have a great position as a ballpoint unless you're able to rotate all the way over to the left to stop that player. Maybe that's where you should be going. Yeah, I don't think you have anyone in front of you. Yeah, so maybe going to that position we were talking about earlier might help them a little bit better from here. You could also get on the tower yourself. Would you ever, Devi, take an aggressive position in their street somewhere?
Street's kind of a death zone because they do have the bombs to get you out, because the charger is running 2 mains of Subsaver, and they have the splat bomb on the try, and then they've got the chicken on the junior. It's kind of a dead zone for Splatlings, but I mean, if you can catch someone trying to rush out early from street, like if they're coming out to car.
I'm thinking like you just peek this corner here on bridge.
Yeah,
and,
no, you,
like,
Yeah, I think
you
I
can hold
did
off the
that.
frontliners that way. The backliners maybe not so much, but
yeah, you can do that from time to time. But from what we are given from this information, we know that one charger's already on the far left, and given where the paint is, the second one's going to either be by the car or in the upstairs spot.
Upstairs being here. Let me get that map back up just so I can highlight. Oh, that. Man, I had such a good freeze frame of it earlier. Okay. Now I don't have a good freeze frame because there's a word in the way. I'm going to go onto the map planner. So this is downstairs. So, of course, then this is upstairs.
Yes.
So charger is going to be either here or here in these 2 positions. So that's what you have to worry about.
Or by car.
Or by
that
car.
little block.
Right.
Yes, and we know one charger's already in that first spot that you have on the left there.
And they end up
the
going
second
down.
one we don't- Yeah, and the second one we don't know, but given by the paint that's on the map when you check there, it's going to be in one of those 2 spots because it has the most paint. So you can put fall off up there just to paint it like a little bit from below. Like, you're not going to hit the upstairs from being in street, but you can definitely paint that middle spot just to double check, or even just toxic mist it and get out. It's just kind of like a surveillance check.
So do you think at this point you stay in position, so like maybe here, let's say, so you can stop the frontliners from getting to tower, because that seems powerful to me? Or do you just get on tower and let your frontliners push up without having to worry about it?
If your frontliners, like, right now it looks like someone's already riding the tower and they're not going to get off, so just maintaining bridge is just solid right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the charger's on the tower.
Yeah, that's even better. The charger's on the tower, so you can be on the side.
Well, they were on the tower. That's the E-leader getting sniped by the shorter range charger here. They're making themselves a little exposed here and there.
Oh, I thought it was the E-leader that sniped the E-leader.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought they traded.
No,
Oh no, it is the E-leader. It is the E-leader. Never mind.
Because that's
So now
we know
nobody's
where the
on. Oh
E-leader
no,
is.
somebody is. All right, and I like this positioning here because you've got one teammate on the tower. They're gonna die. They're just gonna push this until they die. That's probably the smartest play for them to do, since this push is definitely dead and they're not going to get another chance at it. So they're not going to be able to just stall this. And also, they're going to do this because it's solo queue and that's what people do. So you expect that this guy is going to just kind of stay on it until they go down. And the best you can do is provide a little bit of cover fire and maybe let them survive a little bit longer. You do a great job getting a pick. And now is a great time for you to be beating a retreat here. Oh, okay, smart. They actually just kind of shark there, and they're trying to stall it a little bit. Huh. What do you know? Let's see if this ends up paying off. We do get forced
Yeah,
out
it's
of
just-
play here. I think in this situation right here, rather than walking forward, you want to move backwards, because the alternative here is you end up getting pushed off the bridge and you're out of play for even longer than if you had backed up.
I made a note on this. One, you can still swim backwards while looking forwards. It's actually really nice as a Splatling player from time to time, but if you know there is paint behind you, of course, you're going to have to like look straight down. But instead of fleeing fully left here, you actually could have went right and gotten back into your aggressive position.
Oh, went right.
Quicker.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Because my thinking here was, so let me get rid of all of the squiggles. Oh my goodness, get rid of the squiggles. Squiggles, go away. I say squiggles be gone. Okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. We've only almost got rid of the squiggles.
You can just highlight the whole thing
Okay.
and then press delete.
You know, that would be the smart thing to do. However, so the tower is here-ish at the moment. And what I always tell people to do in tower control is play the tower path, meaning if the tower is going this way, then this general area right here is what's important right now. This is the part of the tower path that is going to be contested in the next little bit. So go to a position where you can have an impact on that area. Right now, being here, you don't really have an angle on that. And being here, you have even less of an angle on that. Now you might, because you're retreating from this direction, you might go back this way and just try and take a column like we were talking about earlier. And then Devi's saying you might go over here so that when, we're contesting mid area again and, the team is coming back here, that you can prevent them from controlling bridge and prevent them from getting onto their own line, onto their own push.
And with the movement you had, I'm pretty sure you would have gotten there before the tower even got back under bridge.
Mm-hmm. So those are a couple of options for you. One, probably the more traditional, which, Devi would estimate your E-leader is probably going to take. And then the one on the right being a little bit more non-traditional, but a great play when you have a double backline comp.
Especially with the roller being down right now.
All right, so your team is actually able to maintain zone, and this is a really bad push by your junior player here. Yeah. You miss a few shots here, which is, I think you actually disengage. I don't think it's that you run out of charge. I think it's that you swim. If you just hold hold fire on them a little longer and walk backwards a little bit more, that's how you beat a weapon that has lower range than you. You hold ZR and walk backwards. I guess with the Splatling, you let go of ZR and walk backwards, but same difference. You could have walked out of their range while still hitting shots on them, and they definitely would have gone down. And even if you just play the DPS race, you should probably win that. But since you disengage, now they've actually gotten closer to you, and now you're forced to resort to something like a special to finish them off. You do get a good shot there. You knew all you needed was an indirect, so you just had to aim in their general direction, and you get that pick. Now you're going to try and get as much value out of the inkjet as you can, because you can't cancel it. So let's see what happens from here. Looks like your Tower Rider went down. With this much green ink, you don't have any teammates in the area that anybody else is going to be focusing on. So you being just floating there in the air, other people are going to be watching that. What I'm probably thinking to do is try and aim over the bridge, try to use that for cover a little bit. I don't know. It is really scary with 2 chargers up. And honestly, if I'm inkjetting in this position, I probably just get sniped. But so that's really the optimal play there, is to beat the junior without having to use the inkjet, and then you're not out of play for 7 seconds or forced to push in with an inkjet for 7 seconds while you're waiting to get back down to the ground.
Also, from the initial fight with the junior, yes, with the disengage, but also I know keeping sniper mode on the Ballpoint can be a difficult thing to control sometimes. especially like how it starts kind of a little scattered and then goes on point blank range.
It starts at junior.
Yeah, but I think you definitely could have kept it in sniper mode and just kind of walked back a few more steps instead of disengaging in general. So yeah, you would have still had that, but I think you still had to do a little bit of an extra charge to do that. But even then, you still had the range to do that. But I think just looking at it, by the time you had left, you would have had to reinitiate sniper mode, and I think that's kind of why you backed up and triggered the inkjet. But it still could have been a one fight by your range.
And by sniper mode, we just mean like the long range shots as opposed to the short range shots.
Yes.
Okay. So here, this feels to me like I talked about earlier, shooting the same spot multiple times, not really sure where to go, and being here as soon as you see your charger is here as well. You just never want to be standing next to the other backliner, because this way you don't have off angles. This way you're both aiming in the same direction, and if they take a line of sight that prevents one of you from shooting them, the other one can't shoot them either. There's no way you get crossfire here. So at this point, you definitely want to be getting away from them, especially since they seem like they really want to block your shots.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. The charger can body block you, but you don't body block a charger.
Mm-hmm.
So, you definitely don't want to be by it, because if they end up like jumping in front of you or something like that, they're going to block you, but it's not going to affect them. So that's kind of a nice thing a charger has, that they don't get body blocked. They just pierce right through.
Mm-hmm.
But you still want to find a different position around it. In this case, you guys do find your separate positions, as you're taking the primary traditional bridge and the leader's actually taking the non-traditional down on the left here, using the lamp as cover, and probably using the tower as well.
Mm-hmm. This inkjet, it works out. I feel like at X rank, the amount of time that you're out in the open here against the charger, they probably hit a shot on you. But because they're focused more on the tower, you are able to get them down. So solid execution there. And now you've got one down, and you're really close to KOing. If there's ever a time to take a more aggressive position, I would say it's now. Like maybe hop up at the box and see if you can get someone who's trying to just rush the tower in the last seconds. Even if the E-leader just has an easy angle on you, that means that your teammates aren't getting aimed at by the E-leader. So if there was ever a time to jump on this box, I would say it's now. What do you think, Devi?
I don't even jump on the box, because then you're a sitting duck. I actually just play underneath the downstairs ledge, kind of like what's happening now. And if you see and get like fall off from above, because you can just use your range from below. But yeah,
so
no,
you're saying use
charger,
fall off over the top instead of, because I feel like this position doesn't give him an angle on anyone at this point.
It's tough in this situation. Like, you can use the box and actually hop up behind the tower, but the tower doesn't even get far enough to give you cover. And I would not take on top of that box, because it's literally just like playing whack-a-mole. As soon as you get up on top of the box, the charger's going to get you right off.
But that, like, I would argue that's an advantage to your team, though, because the charger's not aiming at the tower that way.
But then you're a man down.
We're almost at KO. Like, a few seconds, a few more points, that makes a difference to me. That's my thinking. Well, either way, we win the game. We've got it pushed really far into their base. You keep yourself alive, and your teammates are able to drop back and stop anyone from getting close enough to the tower. So, works out either way. All right. So yeah, I noticed that the rotation happened just now, so that has brought us to the end of the stream for sure. Do you have any questions for us? I can do a quick rundown of the general points. I guess I should do that first. So I think...
So I want to look for where to control the objective and protect it. Just make sure no one gets near it.
Right. You want to control the zone around the objective. Like, I talk about zoning a lot in the how to get out of rank videos. That's the sort of the concept. You want to enforce a range that includes as much of the map that's important as you can.
You're the security
Uh,
guard for the objective.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use toxic mists around corners to look for people and just to keep them away.
Mm-hmm.
Use it to cover your
Uh,
blind spots, especially if you feel like there's people coming at you from both directions. That way you can focus one, slow down the second one, then once you get the first one, you can do a quick snap and then focus the second one. But at this point in time, I don't think the person's going to be engaging you very much if they're trying to swim through toxic mist. And in areas where people usually fight, so around the tower, on the other side of advantage points, so like on the other side of bridge was a big one, on their downstairs platform is another one, places like that, and yeah, in corners as well.
Right. So we talked about, positioning, especially taking off angles from your other backliner, but just generally like why you want to be positioning in certain places so that you control certain zones. We talked about, make sure you're using your entire kit, even if, Toxic Mist, it's a low tier sub, sure, but you have it, so use it. We talked about with inkjets to make sure that you're using them from a safe location, preferably, under a ledge, because that's kind of the safest location. And also trying to make sure that you get a pick on the first shot or two in order for it to be worth it. And be ducking and weaving a little bit more, using that ZL button, using that B button, just trying to mix people up and go different directions so that you don't get sniped. All right. Any questions that you've got for us?
Not really. I guess just look for places to be. That's mainly my problem, and using toxic mists, I guess.
Map checking's really big for a backline. It tells you where to go, basically.
And if you ever have any map-specific questions, Devi is constantly answering those kinds of questions for people like Ashik in the Bravest Community Discord. So feel free to, tune into those conversations. And if anybody else, is trying to listen in on those, that's here. That's our community Discord. And there's a really active group of Splatoon players that are in there and are constantly talking about stuff like that. So that's the sort of information you're looking for. Devi is a resource in there, not just on this stream. Alrighty. So that's going to do it for our stream for the day. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to check really quick and see who we would like to send you all off to. I'm going to look really quick. Computer, load. Hello. Thank you. Alrighty. Let's send you off to Captain Bob, dude.
You guys will get a song.
Yes, this is true. That will happen. So we need to do the raid from Twitch because we can't do this on YouTube.
Do you want me to trigger it?
It's gotten a little bit more complicated, but I got this.
Okay. Mods can trigger raids too.
There it is. All right. So that's the raid on Twitch. Unfortunately, there are no raids on YouTube. So I guess we can drop the link in the YouTube chat, which I'll do right now, in case anyone else wants to follow along with that. There it is. And we're going to head off. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. If you ever want one of these VOD reviews, just get into that Discord server that I posted and DM me. I am Jem. Be happy to set it up with you and talk about the logistics of that. Thank you, Yawshi, for giving us the footage to review. I always appreciate people being willing to, put their gameplay up on screen for us all to learn from. And thank you all for supporting the show and for supporting the videos. We'll see you next time.
Hi, everybody.